What is up, guys? I'm Dead Nerd here, and I just felt like streaming. Apparently, streaming helps my watch hours, and also, YouTube is fucking over their content creators once again. Instead, if I want my videos to be recommended, uh, there has to be likes, there has to be comments. So make sure you do that because I barely get comments on my shit. I barely get views on my streams. God, I guess not everything can be perfect. Oh boy. I'm fucking sick of this bullshit microphone. I'm sick of this bullshit microphone. It's either I have to dangle it, and then the fucking, thing is slowly unplugging by the second, or I have to put it all over, and because it's all fucked up, it gets all glitchy. Damn it. Folks, just know sometimes things piss me off easily. And you know what does piss me off easily? Uh... The, me not being able to make videos for you guys. Because I got 3 separate movie reviews in production. Alright, a comic review, a comic obscurity episode in production, which I'm putting my main focus in right now. And a fucking comic dub. You wanna know why I have all that shit on my plate? Because one, I had a malware issue because some fucker from South Asia found a way to get into my computer or something. Credit to James Gunn. And let's just say I have a couple personal thorns in my side. Got a couple personal annoyances, And also, man, this week has not been kind with celebrity deaths. We had Ozzy Osbourne, we had Hulk Hogan. Let's talk about Hulk Hogan for a second. I really want to steer away from politics on my channel, but I can't, because, I mean, hey, in a world where, we have a bunch of Brody Foxes and Jacksepticeye's being insufferable leftists, you gotta have someone, so you gotta have me. The left is celebrating his death. I looked up where he said the N-word. They're celebrating his death because of a leaked conversation from a sex tape. A sex tape filmed in 2007 and then was leaked a decade later. And now these motherfuckers are all around celebrating his death. Also, another part of it is because, he supported Donald Trump. So, yeah. And just know, folks, I am not taking... I actually filmed a short about this, but I'm afraid of the YouTube algorithm. But just know, folks, I am not taking a single counter-argument from the left seriously anymore. Alright, so anything you say, I'm gonna fucking ignore. Alright, I'm gonna fucking ignore. Alright, because I at least tried to talk to you. Alright, but, it was definitely earlier this year with, like, the Tesla riots and stuff like that made me realize, okay, you're all a bunch of fucking monsters. That's who you are. The far leftists on Twitter, monsters. Go to hell. So, yeah. That was my realization we live in a world full of a bunch of these freaks, these partisan freaks, but I guess they're here and we can't do anything about it. And I don't want their speech removed. All right, they're allowed to say whatever the fuck they want. I'm just free to call out that they're terrible, you know? This is who the entertainment industry has been listening to. That's why I'm not working there right now. But yeah, what's going on as of late? Yeah, I saw Fantastic Four this week. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Female Silver Surfer still ruined it, but hey, you know, I think I'll be down to watch it again. It's nowhere near a top 10 MCU for me. It's nowhere. You know, which is a shame because I love these characters and like, if this movie doesn't do well, which it looks like it's doing fine. It looks like it's doing fine. You know, this could be the last we ever see of these characters in live action. No, it's not hard to adapt. It's just that you didn't get it right. Alright, we almost had a great adaptation in the Roger Corman one, but you didn't release it. The Tim Story movies were parodies of the Fantastic Four, disguised as Fantastic Four movies. No offense, because I know those movies have their fans, but I feel like most of those people who are saying they like them now probably were one of those people who hated them when they came out. And then Fan Four Stick, which was just a dark and gritty reimagining and shit. Dark and gritty reimagining. You look at Fantastic Four and you want to make that the fucking Dark Knight. You want to make it dark and gritty. Sorry if you heard that noise. I'm playing with something right now. I am playing with a broken cross chain. All right, the chain is broken because the other connection is all the way in Japan. Yeah, I'm gonna get a new cross, or at least a new chain, you know, because I like this one, you know. I know I don't have my camera on, but hey. But man, I also want to kind of get started on some Halloween videos already, because you know how long it takes for me to make videos, so I gotta start doing some shit now, alright? Oh, Matthew Lawrence said he did not like Superman, so prepare everyone calling him a mutant monkey. Everyone on Twitter, because Twitter's so fucking toxic. They claim to be so holier than thou when it comes to people like me, but it turns out they're toxic people themselves. The game. Oh, someone on Twitter pointed out that the Herbie popcorn buckets also have a projector, which they do. The dude at the stand showed me. I don't think I showed it in the stream. Well, I probably tried, but I just scrambled looking for it the entire fucking time. But yeah, this Herbie thing, which I'm holding right now, it's awesome. Surprised it didn't get a copyright claim. Because Herbie also has a little tune of, yeah, the theme song. But if you saw from my recent community post, I am almost done with the first Fantastic Four comic dub. I posted a new casting call on Casting Call. Maybe I should contact the Raid actor who was supposed to be recast from David. That's the name of the guy who was playing him in the first comic. I think I should probably message him one more time. What do you say, fellas? First, let's see if he's on Discord. Let's see if he's online. Every time I'm on Discord, I look at, Okay, he's not on Discord yet, so I'm gonna wait until he is on Discord. I don't know, I've messaged him twice in the span of 2 months, so I don't know if he's purposely ignoring me, or if, you know, too much to do. Again, people really need to communicate better if they don't want to be in my shit. Case in point, the former actress of Alicia or Crystal, who I put in my fucking Comic Dub Cringe compilation as a revenge story. I am so baller. I see my ex's messages on Discord, even though I'm blocked by her. I didn't do anything to her, you know. I did not do anything to her. Like, all I did was just say hi, and then she blocked me. I loved you, baby. I loved you. I still kind of do. But am I just gonna talk about, like, relationship gossip for the rest of my life? Oh, and also, as I'm typing in the chat right now, my theme park channel. Okay, so Daniel RPK has reportedly dropped some scoops. I don't believe Daniel RPK's ass anymore. I'm sick of that fucking dude. I'm sick of him being the only source of rumors we have. Like, his rumors are shit. Like, not shit as in they turn out not to be true, but they're shit as in, you know, they all sound like terrible ideas and then they end up happening anyway. But, so yeah, a ghostwriter actor has apparently been cast. Hopefully it's not Leslie Jones. Hopefully it's not Leslie Jones. And Robert Downey Jr. is thinking of returning as Doctor Doom a lot more often after Secret Wars. And, you know, I think that's a good idea. Because, you know, if he's going to be Victor Von Doom, because the speculation train is all over the place right now. Because, yeah, Doctor Doom is a great villain in the comics. You know, if you have, like, I don't know, like some sort of foiled plan of his, then, you know, I think I'll be fine with it. Hey, yo, hey, hey. Still trying to look at something I could talk about. Oh yeah, I have a couple of theme park videos planned. There's one I really want to do. I was gonna do it on you know, the anniversary of my what's gonna get replaced next, but I ultimately didn't do it. Around that time at least. It's what franchise would come back to Universal. And also I heard a recent rumor. All right. Here's the rumor alert for Universal theme parks. This is for Orlando. This is for the States. Supposedly, Universal is having trouble getting the rights to Pokemon, or at least settling an agreement. And if they don't get into it, they might extend the contracts for The Simpsons for about 3 more years. So 2028, 2029, 2030 to 2031. So 3 more years after its supposed expired date, which was 2028. And, you know, I'm down for that. You know, I don't think the Simpsons ride is the worst ride ever, but it's definitely C-tiered on Universal attractions. But it is funny, though. It is pretty funny. And apparently, this is just what I heard, Apparently, the Simpsons contract for Universal is signed under Matt Groening. I think that's his name. I think that's the co-creator of the Simpsons. I might be mistaking him for someone else, but yeah. But if they do end up doing that, it'd be a big win because Disney is your biggest rival, and Disney clearly does want Simpsons at the parks. It's been hinted at. It's been hinted at. What else is there to go over? Alright, remaining movies of 2025. I can't believe we're halfway through the year now. We're at August of 2025 now. I'm legally dead. I'm legally dead. Naked Gun is coming out this week. I'm gonna see that. When we saw Fantastic Four in the theater, there was a preview for that. It was like a PSA of a Save a Comedy. It was meant to be similar to like Save a Pet or Save a Child. Those propaganda ads that end up being scams anyway. That was funny. That was really good. They, of course, forgot to mention why comedies are barely a thing anymore, so... But, of course, they couldn't, because they don't want to demonize half their audience. But, I'm just gonna look at it just for the sake of it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have not watched a movie in my house for, like, quite a bit now. Like, at least for about a month. The reason being is that I have so much on my plate. I've been reading a lot of comic books, I've been writing, the thorns in my sides have been burning, Eddington, not seeing that. Smurfs, also not seeing that. Admittedly, I grew up with the Jonathan Winters Smurfs movies, the Neil Patrick Harris movies. R.I.P. Jonathan Winters, R.I.P. Antoine Yelchin, R.I.P. Paul Rubens. Did those movies age well? Hell no. Hell no, they're bad when I look back at them. Happy Gilmore 2, still haven't seen that. War of the Worlds. There's so many things coming out that I didn't know existed. I just saw a trailer for War of the Worlds, and it's pull my string, and it's out soon? So September 1st, Bad Guys 2. Not watching that. I watched Bad Guys 1 when that came out on DVD or streaming. My god, when I say came out on DVD, I feel so old, but... but I personally just don't care. I thought the first one was alright. It was fun, but probably not something worth watching again. Naked Gun, definitely gonna be seeing that. Here's a little advice for Hollywood. When you're making movies about anthropomorphic animals, sorry, my wording got a little fucked up. How about you give theaters some advice so, a couple of fursuiters don't end up molesting a couple of kids. God. Freakier Friday, not seeing it. Because I haven't seen the first Freaky Friday, and I don't care. I especially fucking hate Jamie Lee Curtis as a person. She's another insufferable Hollywood prick. But, Fixed. Yeah, I heard this movie was in development for a long time. Nobody 2, I'm definitely seeing that. I don't know why, but when I first saw Nobody 1 in the theater, I didn't really like it that much. I mean, I thought it was fun, but I didn't think it was the best thing ever, but everyone's like, yeah, best thing ever. So, maybe I might have to rewatch it again. I don't know, maybe it's because I had high expectations. Really, really high expectations. Because it came out when theaters were starting to reopen. Red Sonja, unfortunately. She does look cute. She does look cute in that movie. She does look good looking. Caught Stealing, The Roses, The Toxic Avenger. I still need to watch the original Toxic Avenger. Conjuring, don't care. Alright, are we in a... Okay, now we're heading into September. The threesome. Gee, I wonder if this is gonna be a, I don't know. A comedy is what I'm trying to say. A sex comedy. Him. Him. Just kidding. Oh my god. Prisoner of War, Pain Clothes, no, okay, so... I need to see more Angel Studios movies in the theater. So yeah, September is gonna be a slow week. Slow. Alright, October. The Smashing Machine, Animame, no. Tron Ares, yes. They seriously are releasing movies at horrible times. Release more Halloween movies, Disney. But yeah, Tron Ares looks good. Looks good when I see that. Black Phone 2, not interested. Mortal Kombat 2, yes, you saw my stream. Watch it again so I can get more watch hours. Springsteen, no. In any other timeline, I'd probably watch it, but yeah, after his recent idiotic TDS tirades, I'm like, no, I'm not interested in seeing a movie from that guy. November, Predator Badlands. I know a lot of people... Holy shit, there's 2 movies coming out the same day. I know a lot of people are on Predator Badlands. I mean, I thought the first trailer was decent. I think the second trailer makes the movie look more alright-ish, but hey, you know, I hope it's gonna be a fun time. Nothing's gonna beat the first 2 Predator movies, as long as Disney's making them. The Running Man, alright, I still haven't read the book, but this is more accurate to the book, which is why we don't have... Hey, Christmas tree! Hey, Christmas tree! Wicked for Good. I still have not seen the first Wicked, but I saw the trailer for Wicked for Good in the theater about a month ago, and I'm like, okay, this movie does not look bad. It does not look bad. It's like a it's kind of a modern retelling of The Wizard of Oz. I haven't seen the play, so don't blame me. Zootopia 2. I'm gonna see that. I think I'll see that. You know, I saw the first Zootopia movie in the theater. Man, 2016, what an interesting time. It was when Jeffy was first introduced. My sister was still playing softball. Yeah, fun fact, around 2016, when my sister was still playing softball, we had like a, like we went to a place that was so far away from our house, and then that's where I watched the Sister Location trailer, the FNAF Sister Location. Alright, we're going to October. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Why couldn't you release Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in October? It's so fucking... It's right there. It's right there. Halloween time. Alright, Halloween. But yeah, I just saw the trailer. Looks pretty decent. Avatar Fire and Ash. Trust me, you all might be bitching about how underwhelming or bad or mediocre the Avatar movies are, but you're gonna fucking see them. Alright, you're gonna see them. If Avatar The Way of Water can be the 3rd highest grossing movie of all time, I know for a fact you motherfuckers in the stream are gonna watch it. The SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants. I wanted to see that, but when I heard Mark Hamill was gonna be in it, I'm like, no. But you know what I do think is possible? Avengers Doomsday getting delayed again. You know, and I think that'd be the best decision because, you know, you don't have a finished script. Apparently you're still having people sign on to be in the movie. And yeah, you know, I prefer if you give it like an April release date, April 2027, because April was when both Infinity War and Endgame came out, so I think those are perfect times, at least in my opinion. Uh, I don't know, maybe greenlight another Marvel movie. You know, maybe do that. You know, start rolling in for 2026. Speaking of which, all right, so DC has DC Finest, and Marvel has Epic Collections, and of course, we have things that come out. All right, August. Rom the Space Knight. Fantastic Four. Uh, Daredevil. To Dare the Devil. Micronauts. Epic Collection 2. Yeah. Halloween. Is there anything coming out for Halloween season? A couple of modern collections that no one gives a fuck about. Moon Knight Epic 6. I might get that. Incredible Hulk Epic 10. Maybe. Uh, Namor the Submariner Epic 5. I make sure to get every Namor the Submariner. Uh, Rom, Hawkeye, Avengers. What are we gonna get as Silver Surfer Epic Collection? I mean, we do, but we don't have the collection with what was it? The Stan Lee run. All right, we don't have those in an Epic Collection yet. After doing some research, uh, I fucking hate modern comics. All right, February, Fantastic Four, Micronauts, X Men number two, X Men Epic 2 reprint, Thor Epic, Punisher Epic, Thunderbolts Epic, Avengers Epic, April, Rom Epic, Black Widow. Okay, that's a modern era. May. Oh my god, I'm fucking dead. Doctor Doom Epic 2, Hulk Epic 11, Micronauts Epic 5, god, please give us some more reprints of Masters of Kung Fu, please. Uh, yeah. Alright, so let's go on to DC Finest, which is a really good name, I must say. Definitely a good name. Alright, so for Alright, so coming out for DC Finest, hopefully I can take pictures of these things so I can make videos about them. Uh Hawkman, excited for that. The Spectre, I might get that. Doom Patrol, yes, yes, more Doom Patrol. I love Doom Patrol. Dead Man, maybe, maybe. The Flash, the fastest man dead. So yeah, it's gonna take a bit. All right, guys, I'm ending the